Hello and welcome, beloveds, to the Dr. Mumbi Show. My name is Dr. Mumbi Seraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray that you are well in all your ways and that you are moving into living life truly on your own terms. We want to thank every single person that has supported us on our Patreon and our PayPal accounts. We appreciate love each and every one of you. We wouldn't be able to do this show without you. Go ahead and consider joining our Patreon family for as little as $2 a month. Next time I'll give a shout out because it's just so amazing, all the people that are supporting us from across the world. Now, we've been seeing this story in the last 2 years about Africa rising, how, Africa is going through this great transformation and Africa is a new tech frontier. And, people have been debating, is Kenya or Nigeria or South Africa going to host the next Silicon Valley, et cetera, et cetera. But it's really sad because a report has come out in The Guardian, which shows that Silicon Valley has actually been funding startups in Kenya. But guess what? They've been funding MZUNGUs only. Like when you look, there's a tweet that was released by one of our local, social media influencers, and it showed that it was showing basically all the new Kenyan startups because, everyone's been saying that Kenya has this tech hub, it's this tech hub and there's so much knowledge, but each and every single one of them is MZUNGU. And they have been funded by Silicon Valley. Now, there's also been, rumors and allegations that, these entrepreneurs will come to Africa. They'll get the ideas of, different, of the locals. And then because we don't have our intellectual property laws or they're not aware, their ideas are taken from them and a company is started and they don't own the company, they don't own the ideas and they're just working there. But the government has done a lot to make lawyers available. Because there are lawyers, you can go if your copyright has been taken. There are lawyers I think it's the Kenya Copyright Board or one of those, who would represent you. And I think intellectual properties is somewhere in there, who will actually protect you. They will also help you to get those patents because patents are really expensive. But now what this story was saying is that, of the top 10 African-based startups that received the highest amount of venture capital in Africa in 2019, 8 were led by foreigners. And, in Kenya, for example, they say that only 6% of startups that received more than $1 million in 2019 were led by locals. The rest were foreigners. In Nigeria, 55% of the big money deals went to local founders and 56%, for South Africa. So what we're seeing is that global heavyweights such as Goldman Sachs, Stanford University, Zuckerberg, Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, which is part of the, Facebook campaign, Adrenas Horowitz and Sequina Capital. They're investing heavily in startups in Africa, but they're investing in MZUNGUs. And what a lot of our entrepreneurs are saying is that, they actually face a lot of discrimination and kind of, they're talked down to. Like that paternalistic thing is even there in the entrepreneurs where, there's a Ghanaian who was told, yeah, sorry for asking, but do you understand that the money belongs to the company and is not your personal fund? So it's just like they think, first of all, they think Africans are corrupt. They think, everything, because we have not managed our image. They think we're ignorant and they could think we can easily be taken advantage of just because we hire ignorant politicians that can be taken advantage of. So even some of our local entrepreneurs with great ideas have actually rejected foreign funding because of that, that looking down on me paternalistic kind of attitude. But you see, that's why we have to ask, and a lot of people are asking, when we see people saying Africa rising, Africa rising, Africa rising, is that our narrative? Is it coming from us? Because Africa cannot rise without us. But what we're seeing is almost now a neo-colonial initiative where the Mzungu will come here, will move to Africa because, I've been telling my African American brothers and sisters this, you can legally move to Africa. You just need to now do your own investigations and see, is it that I need to own a small piece of land? Is it that I need to start a small business and employ 5 people? What do I need to do to start? So those are definitely, I'm going to do an Africa 101 on that. But you see a lot of these, all of them, a lot of the startup, these Mzungu startups that come to Africa, they come from these Ivy Leagues, they come for their gap here in Africa. And, their fellow Mzungus in, Silicon Valley feel more comfortable investing in them. And so this debate has been going on online. And what I loved about this, because this is not a woe is me, we're victims again, the Mzungu is messing us up. No, this is not that kind of video. But it also talks about how Africa has its billionaires, but the billionaires are not willing to invest in local talent. Instead, they're building these massive malls, putting their money in Swiss bank accounts because some of it or majority of it is stolen, shipping their money out of Africa, when many of these investors who have tons of money in those same banks are actually looking for ways to invest in Africa, but with their own. So a lot of people are actually blaming our own African billionaires for not supporting their own, for not backing their own, for not, investing in young talent, investing in young ideas. And it's all because we have not managed our narrative. So a lot of our billionaires don't even believe in us themselves. They don't believe in us. And that's one of the challenges. Because this global narrative about Africa being the dark continent and us, just us, black is bad and we're lazy and we're this and we're ignorant and no good thing can come out of Africa. I mean, just look at everything that's been happening with the vaccines. I mean, that even the COVID organics was so quickly dismissed, whether it works or not, it was so quickly dismissed. Because people don't think any good thing can come out of Africa. And it doesn't matter what people think, but it matters what you and I believe. And the sad thing is, many of us have bought into that great lie, great white lie, that nothing good can come out of Africa, because everything good comes out of Africa. Africa feeds the world. Africa builds the technologies, because you need our crystals, you need our metals, you need everything. And we also have brilliant minds with brilliant ideas, but no one to support them. That's why we keep saying, beloveds, we need to buy black, support local industries, support local businesses. And then if you as a local business get that support from our brothers and sisters, reinvest in other African talent, reinvest in other, African startups, etc., etc. That's what we need to do. Otherwise, we're just going to keep it going in this cycle. And, that victim mentality needs to leave. The solution is we need to invest in ourselves, and also to all the entrepreneurs out there. Start crowdfunding platforms, etc., etc. Seek social media influencers who you can partner with, who could bring attention to to whatever you're selling. Because some social media influencers have 1 million, 10 million, followers, whatever, on Twitter and everything. If you could just get even $1 from those people, that would be something. So we have to now start looking at creative ways, because they've rigged the system in their favor, but it's time for us to create our own system, our new system that is rigged in our favor. Until next time, tuko pamoja.